there we go. So, few things I want to get out of the way. Ahem. Package for Mr. Chocolate Guy. Thanks, I've been dying for one of these. Where's my drink? Wink. Oh, brother! Anyway, now that I got that out of the way. Man, I need to close some stuff. Got a lot of stuff open. Hang on a sec. Just don't want it affecting game performance. Since I am thinking about it though, I was just, thinking about it earlier. And so a couple things. First of all, Dub, it's Christmas Eve. Yeah, okay, and I'm still gonna do a live stream on Christmas Eve because, I don't know, there are some people where it's kind of like, they don't have much, if anything, to do on Christmas Eve, and so, I want to give them something. Also, I just decided I want to feel like doing a live stream. Howdy. Hey, Springy. Also, I mentioned the other day that I would show art. However, I think the big deal is on special days, so either Wednesday, because that's the Metopia, whatever, but also on days where it's a special day, like New Year's or Christmas Eve in this case, stuff like that. I really don't want to feel like I've got this sort of favoritism, if that makes any sense. I know that it's not favoritism, it just so happens to sort of line up that way. But I want to, I just want to show it on Monday since that feels more normal than, oh, you're showing it on Christmas Eve because yada yada yada. It'll make sense. But, yeah, so I didn't want to do that, so I decided I'm waiting until Monday. Finally, there's been something I've been doing recently, and that's been, it's been basically, and this is just a general stream thing, so I want to say this. I've gotten the feeling recently, especially after I've watched some other streams, not from myself, but from other people, I've begun to get the feeling that I have been trying to fill empty air. And so I've been trying to make jokes or quips and if I have a conversation I want to talk about, I'll talk about it. But the problem is, there are times where I have nothing to say. And so I feel like I have to say something, though. I think that's going to stop pretty soon, if not this stream itself. I just want to say stuff when I want to say stuff. I don't want to be trying to fill empty air, as it were. Can you do a Star Fox stream? I don't know which one. Anyway, we are going to play the beginner's guide, which I do not have prepared. So, let me do that real quick. Okay. Alright. Listen to all the scary sounds it's making. Alright. Let me get the screen capture up real quick, then we'll get started. If you don't know what the beginner's guide is, don't worry, neither do I. I bought it with Stanley Parable, which I played several months ago now. And that's it. Got no other clues. So, yeah, empty air is fine. Just don't stretch to make commentary. That's the big deal. I'd rather have empty air. Oops. Wait, what? No, I set that to... There we go. There we go, that's better. Alright. But I just don't want to stretch out commentary to feel like I'm trying to speak into nothing, as it were. So anyway, we've got the beginner's guide. No clue what this is about, honestly. At least Stanley Parable, I went in kind of knowing what it was about, sort of. But let's find out what this is. Like, this is literally going in blind. Make sure audio is on. Okay. It's Christmas, not spooky month. It's not that spooky. Wow, WASD and left mouse? I never would have guessed. Alright.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Thanks.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Alright.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's
I
just
will.
Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
Well,
But what I
can jump
like
at
is that
least.
even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a
Amazing.
desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of
that
course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town,
Is that what
and
that
instead
is?
this level becomes a
Okay.
kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video
Can't-
game was constructed by a real person.
Okay.
And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they
My
are
favorite,
all going
black
to give us
boxes.
access to their creator.
It-
I want us to see past
Well,
the
I
games
tried.
themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
Okay.
And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Alright.
So, it's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
With
And I think he really
floating
understood this
boxes
image of
and all.
himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was
Amazing.
just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
seriously?
And that's why I've taken this
Okay.
opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As
Alright.
each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Oh, so is the commentary over? I mean, alright. Yeah, these are literally just Half-Life controls. I mean, alright. Oh! Okay! Now I've got a gun!
This game is called Escape from Whisper,
Oh.
and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
There's the, I'm firing with the E key? I'm out of bullet. I'm out of bullet. I have no more bullets. Okay. Yeah, I'm just out of bullets.
Security hull breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
Wow, this is
It kind of
different.
looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
Yeah.
For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere. But then clearly there are no enemies
But there
anywhere.
aren't, yeah.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Like I did?
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should
doubt
talk
it.
about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Okay. Fair enough.
Begin ship activation.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Oh my god! That's brilliant. Good music though. Good music, yeah. I like this music. Oh great. Have we got
Apparently
a maze?
this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting.
Yeah.
The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Alright.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam.
I must use my body!
But for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Oh. Like in real life, nah, everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm joking. Zap!
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying,
God, I love that
is
PNG.
probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
What? Huh? Okay. Do we jump in again? Okay. Huh? Ha! Ha! Out there. I'm
The
sorry.
beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment.
Space. The
Because
final
yes,
front.
this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place,
Yeah,
juxtaposed
with the
against all of
universe.
the hysteria that you've just
And
had
the
to
great
traverse.
void.
I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs.
Okay.
So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions.
Mario Galaxy
Let's
3.
go ahead and take a look at the first game he made
Pac-Man.
after leaving this one behind.
Okay. This is also 2008. The past was behind her. What? I'd like... There we go.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh. Good. I guess... Oh, God. Oh, this is gonna suck! Can I walk into these walls? No, guess not. Oh, this is gonna suck! Oh, boy.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused.
More of the void.
Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Keep changing? Why does the future keep changing? Good question. She steps and looks, it becomes clearer. Why can I only walk backwards? But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? To confront it? Oh, God. There's a door
It's
here.
a short little thought, it says what it wants to say,
bye.
and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Okay. I mean, it kind of... Oh, God. I'm in Ravenholm! I'm joking. Watch, I'm gonna get run over. You're now entering. We're going to the carnival. We're going to the carnival. I'm so gonna get jump scared.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Alright. Cool, I guess.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Nonsense in nearly every direction, huh?
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Are we in a Teen Titans episode? I don't know, kind of feels like it. The voices! I'm sorry. Oh god! Oh god!
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens.
No.
So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all?
Please!
Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Wait, if I press enter again, nope, it just stays at full speed. Oh, okay. Man, mouse sensitivity is through the roof, but walk around talking to Dad. Oh god. It won't stop!
A room that's warm
My god.
and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Oh, these are all games for... ideas for you are
Coda
a
would
gate.
often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person,
Reading
but that it
enemies'
takes
emails
time to
learn
really
how
see
to
that.
beat them.
It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Simultaneously, you're trying to eat the sharks! Oh my god. We're trying to eat shark from the Metopia... Anyway, I'm sorry. Alright. We're into 2009. Back in the before times. Ready, set, fish. I think I can figure out what this one is. Maybe not. Okay.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's
Yeah.
an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Gee, I wonder. Whoa, bro! Bro, I'm so smart, bro! Bro! Huh? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's, probably a lever over here. No? Yeah, I don't... Doesn't help I don't have a flashlight. Help? Narrator! Help! Help!
Alright, let me just walk you through it.
Okay.
You're gonna hit the switch on the outside to open the door, then hit the same switch and walk through the door before it closes. You'll
Okay.
see a second switch on the inside, which will open the second door.
Oh! See, I kind of thought of like...
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Okay.
We're gonna see it a lot.
I was kind of thinking about that, but I was like, I'm afraid of getting locked in here, so I didn't do it. Yo, it's a power socket from a foreign country. Europe or something. That switch just looks like a thick piece of wood. That's the point.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright,
Okay.
now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Alright. Walls be gone! Huh? Oh, okay. That's, yeah, that's a bit different.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world.
Can source maps
Either
handle
way,
this
I think
many
that the point
hallways?
is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
I don't know. Oh, great, we're back. We're back to Jump Scare City. You're now... Huh?
Aha! So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow.
Oh.
It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
Yeah.
And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Alright. The Great and Lovely Descent. Descent into madness.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which
Yeah.
determines what the game can and cannot do.
And this is Source
So
Engine.
in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Yeah? Was that it? Was that...
Like all of these games,
Okay.
Coda is using an engine called Source.
Yeah.
Like all
Makes
engines,
sense.
Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
Yep.
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Yeah, fair enough. You're
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You
I
might
see this
consider paying
painting.
attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
And harsh corners, that too. These are some interesting photos. I don't know why I pay attention to those the most. This looks like a... Oh, man, what... I couldn't tell you where that is. I mean, I think Europe somewhere, but I couldn't quite tell you where in Europe. Hang on. Let me back up. I want to... I'm gonna get it wrong, aren't I? For all I know, it's not even the Netherlands. Or Europe in general. I was gonna say Netherlands. I don't know. I don't know why I'm paying attention to that so much. Please, dear God. Alright. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, haha, no handicap for you! What a great sink. Okay. I think this is the descent they were on about. Wait, hang on. Nope. Hey, do you want developer textures? Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, gotta be careful not to fall. Hope I don't have a health bar or anything. And I'm free! Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna jump, see how far I can fall. And I'm free! Free fall! Okay. This is different. Kinda reminds you of a Beatles cover. I've never listened to the Beatles, so I couldn't tell you. Hello? I heard scary noise. I'm gonna go Merry Christmas, kiddos. Alright. You have a Merry Christmas. Uh-oh. To prison! I've been trapped! My curiosity has gotten the best of me. Oh no. I'm being corralled. Uh-oh. Guess I'm going here now.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Good idea. What? I get the feeling this wasn't part of the plan. Mr. Narrator, was this part of the plan? I don't think that was that wasn't part of the plan, I don't think. Alright, I'm gonna race ahead just because we've done a good chunk of this.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game
I'll let
runs
you
on
talk.
what's called an engine,
You
which
can kill the
determines what the
void.
game can
This
and cannot
void.
do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors.
You know, clip out of there.
That's why
Not that I'm
so many
aware
of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors. This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Alright, now it's working.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
Thank you.
So we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
I guess... Hang on, let me, Chat, do you want captions? Because at times the music gets loud enough where it's a bit difficult to hear. And I know for some reason a lot of people who stream or play Source games will turn on closed captioning. I mean, fair enough, I guess. I don't know, chat, do you want it? You know what, I'm just gonna turn it on. Yes, please? Okay. Someone says no, I just sit there. Yes, please. Oh, okay. Why not? I don't know, sometimes... You know what, if the captions are distracting, I'll turn them off. I don't know if they'll activate for this level, or if it'll be the next one.
It's the puzzle again.
Yeah.
With the exact same solution as the last time.
Oh, they're at the top. That's a bit... It's a bit... Let me see if I can fix that. Alright.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Okay, that's a bit annoying. The captions are on the top. I thought they'd be like sort of Half-Life 2 captions where they're sort of along the bottom. That's a little bit annoying. Might turn them off because of that, but no, I don't know. Speaking of Half-Life 2, you know, I'm coming down this corridor, I'm like, oh god, is that a turret? I don't know why. I played too much Half-Life, clearly. You there, did you come from up
Coda
above?
begins
What was up
using a
there?
kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
That's the world above. You've been there. What? Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yeah, I prefer not to tell you. We just met. Oh. I need to actually be there. I cannot simply be told what it is. I must see it myself. I must escape this prison. There must be an ending! Ugh. Yeah, I'm leaving. Sorry guys. I'm out. Was there a puzzle yet to pass through? No, I've been here this whole time. Oops. Oh yes, the black space, plenty peaceful. Okay. This really just liminal spaces the game. Darn it, why'd you have to point that out? Now I can't unsee it.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep the captions on because sometimes the music is about loud, a bit loud. Ooh. Yeah, liminal spaces the game, anyone?
It's a lamppost.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
You serious?
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
Fair enough.
We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed.
I might change the thumbnail to like
idea
this or something. I don't know.
And as we go,
might not.
that idea
might
will
keep
get
it
clearer
though.
and clearer and clearer.
Alright. Touch. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. Uh-oh. Am I gonna have to censor some gamer words? Nice room. Not. Aww.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're gonna see have been written by Coda.
Aww.
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
Yeah, fair enough.
In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
It's okay, that happens.
I was over-enthusiastic.
Again, it
but
happens.
He was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
And that's
I cooled off eventually.
Yeah. See, that's why you have to have patient friends, because if you meet someone like me, sometimes you're a bit over-enthusiastic. You know who you are if you're watching. Thanks again for all your patience. You know who you are. No point to this. Aww. Man, he really is self-degrading in his work. Like me! Anyway. Wow! Holy! I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? I can hear. Hello. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Everyone read this!
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I'm gonna read a bunch of these.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Yeah.
I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
He's kinda oh my god, what? I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and planning on... Oh god! I'm not reading the rest of that. YouTube will hate me. Bruce! "10 out of 10. Once upon a time I did. Define fun. Woohoo! I'm king of the world! I don't think I even can read all of these. I can't even access some of these places. Oh, I thought it was gonna stop me from... Wait, no it is! I literally can't... Awesome. Anyway. Thanks, Dub. Wait, we're not friends. Yeah, I was talking about someone else. What the shit is this cavern? Boring! Hey, look, hang on. It's the people in chat who still watch the live streams for some reason, only to tell me that they hate them. Just gonna let that hang for a minute. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Oh. I refuse to Huh? Amazing. Recognize me, please. Wow. Nothing here, go back. Don't listen to that guy. That guy's stupid, he doesn't know what he's... A free t-shirt! Makes game includes door, cannot open door, thanks. Open sesame! Door how open? Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I help people because of the eternal good feeling I get. Understandable. New room! You hear the chimes? They keep going, don't they? Huh? I'd like very much to be desired. Yeah. I'm understanding how some of these people feel. It's not very crowded here. Scared of writing something. Don't want to feel judged. Yeah, don't we all? You can go in here, I think. And don't bother. And suddenly everyone's a poet. Yes, my favorite. Balls. Welcome. Congratulations! I don't really know where to go with this. Yeah, I can't walk off. This is where I get off. Oh god, it's G-Man. Failed to write anything here. I'm compelled. Stop! Turn back! Freeman, you fool! Proceeding further will only result in misery! Wow, that guy seemed enthusiastic. Take my hand, let's jump together. Oh, yep, can't. Still can't. Alright. Good question. Merry early Christmas. Thank you. I think I'm this is not going anywhere. Good words. Next time I will do better. I need someone to talk to. Were these all, I guess these were all written by Coda, maybe? I didn't quite understand that. If these were all written by him or what? Don't listen to the other notes. Don't tell me what to do. I'm not safe, dear God. Gonna be alright there? Yeah, I learned you cannot fall off. Ethical. Saw a person walking down there, now it won't come back. Huh? There's no one. There was never anyone, surely. Devil Tower Star? I'm sorry? Sure wish I had a run button right about now. Well done, all of you. Whoever made this has issues. Painting, what does it mean? Yeah, stop faking it. Hang on. Did you hear some whispers? Stop pretending you're other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, we're at that one. From up here, it just looks like dots. Why are there whispers? Maybe? It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Aww. Devil Tower Star again, that's interesting. Maybe I'll feel real someday. Get real. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. It's a terrible secret. What terrible secret, huh? Huh? Alright. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each
Why
of
is-
these games
why is there
represents
whispering?
an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
There's whispering. I'm descending into hell. God. Become one with the spiraling nonsense. You see, the descending into hell thing was sort of a joke, but...
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this
Why are
puzzle
there whispers?
that he
Don't
knows
issue
has a
off his
reliable
meds
solution.
2021.
He understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Developer
And
answers
because there's
please?
this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
There's this one... Huh? What's going on? There's this one person that made it through. That's awesome. Good for them. It's typewriter hell! Are you there? Please say something. Could be anything. Hi. Hi. Hello? Speak, 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 speak! We never did get to speak to them.
Okay,
Porn
this one is
stars died
tough.
too.
It's gonna kinda just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
I hope I can show this. I hope I can show this on YouTube. Chat, fair warning, I don't like, I didn't like the title there. Am I gonna be able to show this? You know what? I'll tell you what. I am going to temporarily, just temporarily, black out and mute the audio. And I'll tell you guys if it's safe. Whoa! That's, I'm joking. I haven't seen anything yet. So, how's everyone's day going? Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna put up BRB Bubble Bass if I have him here. There he is. Alright. There we go. So, yeah, you could hear me talk about it, but I don't know if you can see it, chat. I mean, I don't see anything. Okay. Seems like we're in the clear. Let me, watch that. I said we're in the clear. Suddenly, at the very end, it's gonna pop
Except
up
for some
with
reason,
something
Coda gets
inappropriate.
really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Uh-oh. Huh? Okay. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Put a giant hole in the ground, yeah. That's not what I said. That's not a giant hole in the ground. Let's put a washing machine. That's not what I asked for either. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner, yeah. That's I guess my... Tables were invented in 1935.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Yeah, very weird. No, I must chase the world.
He throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Non-family friendly content appears at the end. Are you serious? Are you joking? Or are you actually serious? Because if so, I will have to. I'm gonna wait for a response. Why can't you show? Is it too dark or suggestive? I'm worried by the title. Oh, it doesn't show it. Escape. Okay, that's not what it said. The title at the beginning was called something stars. Stars of people who are in less than appropriate for YouTube material. Don't die to or something like that. And I was afraid that there might be some Nah, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Please walk forward. Okay, I will. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on the table. Good, go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Okay. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off. And turn it back on. Okay. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Finally, touch shelves. Touch. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Exactly.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there's
a door!
Ideas other than this prison that I could be working on. But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
What did he
This
make?
is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Okay. Why does this remind me of Lego Movie Physics, where you can build things like a double-decker couch? Good question. A phone booth? Hello? Hello? I'd like to record this message for you. The animatronics do get a bit quirky at night. I'm so sorry. Hello? Hello? I'm sorry. Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? I am all... So you're trapped in this prison too? Yeah.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Exactly. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly the same as before. So you're telling me this is Sign Generations without levels? What? That it literally had nothing. Phone guy commits not live on night 5. I like the third one since it's true to some degree. Sure, we'll comfort them and say, what did they tell you? You are gay. That freed you? Yeah, crazy. How does that work? I don't know. Just tell me how you feel. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Yeah, I can feel that. Go on, go on. Or don't.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice. Unrealistic, but nice.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Uh-oh. Oh god, we're in a nuclear apocalypse. Yeah, so we kind of hit nuclear.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Dude, this looks moderately comfy. Well, guess I'm not going outside again. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. That I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games.
It is.
Including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
I mean, it's nice. Is this my wife? Sorry. You just make me getting a little ahead of yourself there, no? Why don't we start cleaning and then you decide whether you could do it all night? Okay. Run to the bedroom and make the bed? I could do more than that! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's over here, that's why. Yeah, I can make the bed. There we go. While you're in there, straighten out the rug. You enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, it's a living. Minecraft RTX? Straighten the pillows on the sofa. Nice. Did someone spill a drink over by the couch? Wow, I wish it was this easy in real life. You press the E key. Incredibly cheesy personal insight. Very well. Dots. Dots. No. No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. Come on, you can tell me. Tell me! Tell me! Ugh. What kind of kitchen layout is this? Tub needed cleaning. Very well. Still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? Oh, so there are. Much better. Perfect. But you come and clear these dishes up the... Huh?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like...
How'd the
moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Do chores end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you? President you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom, believe it or not. Trust me on this one.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
One's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Fair enough. Hey Dub, can you say hi to me? Sure, hi. Housekeeping. The books again? Okay.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
But it just goes on forever. It's less happy and more like purgatory. Question. What's your question, soldier?
But,
do you
of
enjoy
course,
this?
It can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
I'm glad they teleported away from me. Are you enjoying this? No? Okay, bye. Great. And the windows just vanished.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Fair enough. Alright, September 2009.
This one gets a bit goofy.
Okay. Why'd you come here today? I'm the only person here! Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No! You came here to become perfect! This workshop, okay, is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Okay, I know who that is. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know who that is to me. And the question is not how do we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly? This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the
Being
game,
perfect
the
is
perspective
effortless.
shifts.
Help!
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
And, class, what I am telling you is, don't follow your dreams, kids! Yeah! Let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer, but being alone must be awful. You're torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life. You're not doing it right. That one's actually kind of... Seek out. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you! Anyone want to do something?
There is no truth. There is no path.
Holy shit, you guys, something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out! Everyone run! Run!
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Damn,
I think about this game a lot these days.
That was really good, actually. Just that message, kind of like, oh yeah, here's how you become perfect. You can't. No one's perfect. Everyone has flaws.
This one took a lot longer
I guess
than
unless
all the
you
others
count
for Coda
Jesus.
to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Uh-oh, we're going on stage, boys. Man, I need to share that with that person, because that was really that one really, wow. Man, I did not expect such a game such as this. I mean, I'm not mad, of course. If anything, yeah, I can't climb the ladder. Why would I? But if anything, I'm impressed. Ah! Okay, that actually startled me. Performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Ahem. Ah, good. Stay right there. All right. No one across the room, and this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hey, nice rat. I'm sorry. Hi. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. Fine. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, if it's me, then it's the third one. Hey, I'm going to list out to you all of my complaints and my hopes and my dreams and desires and everything. No, no, no! That's not what I said to her at all! Completely missing the tone. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. Touch. Touch. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? You're messing it all up again! Hey, shut up! I'm trying. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. But this is me! This is me! You're asking me to do this conversation. You're, oh, she sank. I guess that's the end, eh? Uh-oh. I do? Okay.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
Oh,
The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
I don't like this. I
But
feel
what
like
can you
this
do?
is calling me out or something.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
It's like, hey, what do I do if I can't talk to people? Of course, isolate! Moby's trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Very well, I'll close my eyes. Chat, you better keep your eyes closed too. I'll probably need more audio cues for this, so I have both in now. Mind you, my eyes are not open. What? Chat, what do I do? Help. I don't... Is it done? Chat?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And
Okay.
there is a solution, by the way.
Oh god! No. Oh, it's like that one Star Trek episode! No. We've got to solve the puzzle before the door approaches and kills us. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. Huh? We did it!
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
Jeez, I don't...
Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Man. Oh, God. I did not need... Well,
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
actually,
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
I actually did probably need this because, you know, this is... Oh, man, I don't know. This is really... Hello? Oh, it's my favorite. Watching grass grow, the game. Huh? Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. Hello? What's wrong? You look lost. Is the tree talking to me? Ugh, can I press all three at once? Actually, I don't think that one's quite right. It was more the second or third one, but... I mean, I've got ideas. Some, but they're more fleeting than they used to be. Did something change? This game feels really haunting, like it's calling me out. It's kind of creepy. Exactly! Thank you! If you're looking for a machine, I think I know where it is. It isn't far. Oh? Take me to it, now! But
If
there's
the
a
last
problem.
game
Started by a
featured Coda
difficult
talking
puzzle.
explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Man.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
You have to open the door, then press the switch inside. Yeah, you've gotta... Yeah, close the first door. Then you press this switch.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Jesus. Sorry I'm not saying much, guys. I just... Ah, man. That's... It's wrong, though. Game development isn't easy.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
This is just lying.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything.
Oh great,
It
I'm
never
in the
felt
prison
so
again.
right. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Oh god. The machine. Oh no. So we're finally finding that machine, huh? Hello. I'd like to go in, please. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. Am I that person? Yeah? Calls its... Uh-oh. Oh boy. Shut up! I said shut up! I'm not taking questions! I'm not taking questions! Shut up! Shut up! Ah! Stop! Oh. It's a literal machine.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Why did you stop? This game just has a weird aura and it's pretty cool. Dear Lord. What do you have to say for yourself? Huh? I'm sorry, I'll stop. Neither of those are good ideas. Oh no. Oh, huh? Uh-oh. Not again. This is it, isn't it?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Ah, of course. Oh, I'm shooting the wall. I'm sorry. I'm very good at a crazy laugh.
So now the
That's
work
a
is
bit
becoming self-destructive.
worrying.
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people. to get some actual feedback on his games.
Yeah,
it might get him
not
out of isolation.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never
Might
occur
be
to
a good
Coda to
idea,
start actively soliciting feedback. So, what if I did it for him?
Oh,
if
of
he
course.
could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral?
Hello there.
Would it give
Hello,
him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Nope. Who knows?
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions.
Oh god.
And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
I don't think it's that easy, but I could be wrong. Uh-oh. I don't think I have very many choices here.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? 'Cause it's the
Kinda.
thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem.
I don't think that would help.
When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Did it work, though?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
The bad ending
So
or
this
the bad
is
ending?
June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several
Which
weeks,
will
I guess.
it be? The bad
Um,
ending.
And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
Uh-oh.
This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
I don't like the sound of that. But hey, you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be a good ending.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very
Narrator
cold
is really a
game.
malicious person. I don't think he was malicious. I think if this is a real deal, I think he was just trying to do his best, and sometimes, you know, people think, oh yeah, this will be great, and then, you know, to try and help a friend, but then it not only doesn't help in some cases, but can at times make things worse. I don't know, just my opinion here. Chat, do you think he's gotten any better?
This room actually has a maze in it.
What?
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Oh,
The
boy.
game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all.
Yeah, no, he's feeling
But
worse.
I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Amazing depth texture. Awesome. It's not even like a floor, it's a wall. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know if Coda was really helped all that much.
And to be fair,
Jeez.
it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Oh,
I had to cut it
amazing.
off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Stop playing my game. I don't want you to play it. Dear God, please stop. Probably. He was probably angry. I mean, and I'm just spitballing here. He may very well have been angry that his friend showed off his games to others, and so instead of, like, you know, appreciating it, which, you know, I get, you know, some people, it's like, you know, I don't want you actually showing off my work, especially in a rough state, what have you. And so he was probably angry, so he just kind of did this out of spite, like, hey, don't show my work.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time.
That's
If
probably
I could
the
have
point.
reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here.
It's purposely
I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
it's purposely antagonistic because he was probably mad. Yeah, I don't think the narrator was being purposefully a bad person or anything like that. I think just genuinely he was trying to help, and his help just kind of made things worse. I mean, unless there's a twist at the end of this game.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
And
I
that's
can open this door for you, so let me do that.
and that's why you need to know people like Coda. You know, people like Coda are
Was I a
different from
failure for not understanding this game?
people like you.
I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
Sometimes
I feel
there,
like I failed, and I don't understand why.
sometimes there is no good solution.
I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them
Matter?
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he
So
wouldn't.
you saw them too. That's the thing, you know. Not everyone's like you. You've got people like Coda. Wow. I'll say my thoughts at the end, or near to the end. Well, for a game that was literally antagonistic to the player, you put a lot of work into this.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. and it felt somehow like I had failed.
I'd like to make a snarky quip here, but I feel like I can't, honestly. This is... Wow, this... Man, talk about... You screwed up by thinking that everyone was you. The difference is that you're that in the optimistic direction. It's one thing to be too pessimistic, but everyone else is more optimistic. It's another thing to be too optimistic, where your friend or friends are pessimistic. Oh God.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
It was a narrator. He was the one adding all the lampposts and...
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Oh, jeez. See, I kind of agree with Coda here, but I also kind of disagree. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I kind of agree, but also he's got his own problems that he needs to get through. And, I mean, there's no denying that there are issues at play, and...
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh God.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again, and I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
There is no time. Huh.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Are we going to City 17? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that arguing?
Solution.
Wow, talk about a fast train. I didn't even know it left the station. Kind of looks like Sonic Adventure. Really? Why? Because there was a train station?
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
But that can't be right either. I don't know. Ooh, I like these stairs. I know that's completely random, but
even now,
my
the
mind
disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I don't hate you. I think it's a bit scummy, but I don't hate you. You, why is there sand all over the place? Or mold, or giant piles of mold, whatever this is. And there we go. Oh God.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Yeah, because you're a different type of person. I had a joke prepped, but it doesn't seem appropriate. Not now.
What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
What happens when I walk through all the gates? Anything? Nothing? Everything? I guess nothing. Got a bad feeling about that. But there's nowhere else to go, is there? All right. Let's go. Oh, there's a bottom. Man, nice columns. Nice decor. I know that seems a bit silly, given the situation, but I like those types of things. Oh no. Well, I know where this is going, I think. Ugh. Well, here goes nothing. What the okay. Whoa, alright. Well, hope you like mazes, because you're gonna be stuck in this one for a while. I gotta say though, those stars, all that, this skybox, beautiful.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
Well, I don't know if this was
And you're so tired.
I'm gonna be honest, don't know if this was, you know, for a story or if this was actually real thing that happened, but
So turn back.
man, it made me think a lot, and
Turn back.
I mean, good job. Honest to God. I think that, so I don't know if sorry, I was yawning there, but I don't know how true this is or if this was again made for a story or what have you. But I'm going to refer to the characters just sort of. I mean, if it wasn't, it's a very good story. I think Coda towards the end there, I think he sort of, well, first of all, he was very antagonistic towards the player towards the end, but at the same time I did get it. But then, like, at the very end of that final level, he was sort of like, I can't fault the narrator, Davey, we'll call him. I can't really fault him. No, I do fault him for trying to share the work without Coda's permission first, and Coda probably would have said no and what have you. But I do think that Coda was in a sort of bit of, I guess, denial there. Sort of like, don't tell people I'm depressed. It's like, but I got a message apparently. But the thing is, I think unless the games he made were so heavily modified by Davey, I mean, let's face it, you've got stuff like for example, that one game where he was basically having to, in order to break down the walls, he had to lie to himself. It was kind of like, you know, every single time I was like, but that's not true, that's not right. I don't know, a lot of these, again, like I said, it kind of feel called out a little. It's kind of one of these deals where it's like, but I don't know. I hope it said something to people, said something sort of to me, but yeah, both sides are in the wrong. I think Davy was very short-sighted, wasn't thinking, only thought about himself. But at the same time, I do get it. Some people genuinely think like that. And don't get me wrong, they're incorrect in their notions. They and never do this to someone. Davy thought that he was doing the right thing, but he clearly wasn't. Don't if you've got a friend and they want to share work with you, but first of all, don't share it without their permission. I don't care how good you think it is or how interesting you think it is. Like, that's just something you should know. But I get it, some people don't know that. They're like, oh, wow, this looks great. Hey, I'm going to share it with people. They're like, whoa, what? No, don't do that without my permission. But second of all, well, especially if they ask you not to specifically, you don't do that. That's just the thing. But Coda's story, up until the very end, where it felt more like denial, honestly. It felt like, and I can't fault him, but it felt like, how do I put it? Well, it felt like a bit of burnout, honestly, ironically enough. But it felt like he was trying to recapture something, and in the process only making things worse for himself. And he was trying to, I don't know. See, I'm trying not to sort of muddy the waters here, because I think a lot of this kind of said something to me, I guess, and ironically enough, and I don't want to interject my own things into that. I mean, again, literally I said this a couple times when I was playing. I feel kind of called out. Particularly that one where you were the teacher in the classroom. That one and the island one really got me, because those were like, ouch. But anyway, I thought this game was very interesting, very good. Again, even if it's just a story, it hit like, wow. I mean, I didn't know what this was going to be, mind you. All I knew is I thought it was Stanley Parable. I think it was made by the same people, or, well, similar people at least. So I was like, okay, maybe this will be sort of kind of like it, but not quite as well. But it really, yeah, alright, I'm gonna stop making this awkward for people. I might send this to a couple people, I don't know. So, yeah, alright. Thank y'all for watching. Very good game. It was a very interesting stream. Thank y'all for watching. And I'm not gonna do the because it doesn't seem. So yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Have a Merry Christmas. And I will see all of you on Monday.